Good morning.
Good morning.
Linnea's going to kindergarten.
And is this my name?
Let me see. It is. Linnea needed that for her artwork at school. Oh, it's not focusing. Hold on. There we go. It says Linnea. Yeah. Yeah.
I got some strawberry seeds. I want to take all the strawberries and delicious.
All right, you ready to go to school?
Yep.
Okay. Hey everybody. I hope you're doing well. I am probably not going to do a whole lot of vlogging today other than just sitting and talking to you because I really just want to do that. I'm trying to get Elliot to go to sleep. He's slept like 20 minutes today, which, yeah. He has slept about 20 minutes today, which has been horrible. We picked up Linnea from kindergarten. She and Callum are outside playing with the neighbor, and that's really good because I need a minute. I made myself a coffee. I'm here on the sofa so I can sort of man the situation. You are a little stinker. Anywho, I really just wanted to sit down and talk to you. Do you want to play on your mat? Okay, we're having a little bit of a break. He's gonna hang out here until he rolls over, which he will. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here and watch him for a minute. Hopefully he's cool as long as I'm here watching. Could very well turn out that he starts freaking out again very soon and we have to cut this conversation short. But I wanted to give a little bit of an update, like sort of a health update. So in my pregnancy with Elliot, I put on 26 pounds. It was just a smidge under 26 pounds. So we'll say I gained 26 pounds, which was great. It was, weight gain was fine. Of course, I mean, I got a lot of comments about, you know, gaining weight and stuff, but I don't have to rehash all that. There are pregnancy vlogs. After I had Elliot, well, as I stand now, 5 months after having him, I weigh about 6 kilos heavier than right before I gave birth. My highest weight in my pregnancy, I'm now 6 kilos over that. You have a baby, you lose obviously the baby weight. I have obviously, so I've gained more weight than just those 6 kilos. When you look up this kind of stuff and you research this kind of stuff, it's very hard to find really good information about postpartum weight gain. And it's almost impossible, I will add, to find people really talking about what the body does after you have a baby. Because what I see, what tends to be what I find the normal, at least from what I see in kindergartens and playgroups and just having contact with other mothers, is that, you know, moms are a bit fluffy for like the first month and then they are basically normal. You're still playing right there. Hey. Oh. Hey. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. About 6 weeks after I had Elliot, I started actively just really being very careful with what I was eating and trying to be more conscientious of protein and processed food. And I definitely indulged in, shortly after having Elliot, I definitely indulged more in food and stuff that made me feel good, just, you know, emotional eating, comfort eating. At 6 weeks, I started realizing that I need to rein that in and just be more aware of stuff. And this is when I really started walking more, making sure to take the kids out every day. We were in the pandemic. Everything was on lockdown. So, I mean, you guys saw in the vlogs, we did lots of walks and lots of just quiet time. And we were gone for about an hour each time and just started out slowly and then kind of progressed up from there. I would say that really in the last couple weeks, I have really noticed, okay, I'm not just holding on to weight and I'm not just, you know, not losing weight, but I'm actually gaining weight. And I don't really know why, because I'm riding the bike to bring the kids to and from school every day, which is about 30 minutes on the bike one way. So if I add all the time that I ride the bike, it's 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon. very often I would go on longer bike rides multiple times a week on top of that. So just really active, walking, again, just trying to stay active. And I've noticed that I am not losing weight. You know, when you physically don't feel well, that has a huge impact on your mental health, the way that you wake up and approach the world that day. And I was not well. I was not feeling well. I'm scared because obviously I have lipedema. Like, is this my new normal? Will I ever lose this weight? Will I just be this way? I was talking to a friend of mine here in Germany, and she said, you know, some of these things that you're talking about, it sounds like, they sound like symptoms of a body that is too acidic. And I was like, huh, that's really interesting. And I had so many of the symptoms, like foggy brain, and this is why I don't get to sit and talk. This is why I don't get to update you guys, because of this fussiness right here. Gotta go. Maybe I can vlog in a little bit. Anywho, so I had a lot of the symptoms. I had a really foggy, crazy brain, like just really forgetful and genuinely just unaware of what was happening in my surroundings. And I really thought, what is going on? I also learned that it's not uncommon for a body with lipedema to be acidic, because of all the toxins and stuff that I have in my body anyways that are not being flushed out because of my inept lymph system. On top of that, it's also not uncommon for breastfeeding mothers to be, and postpartum moms to be experiencing that sort of thing. Okay, it's been an hour since I last vlogged. Elliot is still awake. I sat in the room with him, bouncing him, rocking him, trying to get him to sleep, and he's just like... So, he's just gonna be in here on the floor for a little bit, and I'm gonna talk to you until he melts down again. Yeah, so a friend of mine here in Germany, and I don't know where I left off, so I'm just gonna pick a spot and go with it. A friend of mine in Germany said that it sounded like I had too much, or that my body was too acidic. And you know, obviously your body has a pH. It very often happens when you follow a low carb, high protein diet. So I started doing a bunch of research, and I realized that I really need to change my ways, because this whole way that I've been eating that I thought was the healthy way was actually not the healthy way. And my sister-in-law and I were talking about it, that, you know, we grew up on fat-free things. Like, our parents, when we were younger, were listening to all the fat-free talk that you need to follow a fat-free diet. And so there are all these fat-free treats, and we ate them assuming that it was okay because they were fat-free. And now we know that the body needs fat, and I have been depriving my body of good things, and substituting it for more protein, because protein, high protein, high protein, high protein. I've been following this way of eating for almost a decade. And I asked Roman, I said, am I really healthier a decade later following this high protein diet? I'm not healthier. If anything, I'm worse. The more research that I've done has really led me to believe that following a mostly plant-based diet is what I need to be doing. Fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. I learned that you really should only have 50 grams of protein a day, that is sufficient for an adult body. All right, I cannot believe how late I am sitting down to try to finish this video. It's been a couple days. Roman was wonderful and took Elliot and Linnea to run a few errands, and I'm home with Callum, and he's working on a little project while watching his allotted cartoons for the day. And I thought, this is the perfect opportunity for me to get to sit and finish this video, because I really want to finish it. I had a lot of the symptoms of having an over-acidic body, and I just encourage you all to go and research these sorts of things for yourself and see. You can even buy pH test strips that you can like test your urine and see how you're doing. I decided that I'm going to go on a mostly plant-based diet rather than eating meat at every meal, or making sure that I'm getting a lot of protein at every meal. I'm focusing more and more and more on making sure that I'm getting a wide range of vegetables in my meals and a wide range of fruit in my meals, and just making sure that I can still limit I can still limit sugar, I can still limit carbs to an extent. I can eat chicken if I really want to eat chicken, but you know, just being very mindful of the fact that I really don't need a whole lot of protein, which is what I've been almost overdoing for the last, gosh, maybe even years. I've been making myself a lot of smoothies that are like spinach based or lettuce based or kale or some sort of green, leafy green, to make sure that I'm getting a lot of iron and a lot of nutrients that come from leafy greens. And that's also really good because obviously Elliot gets that in my breast milk. And then sweetening it with a banana, or I use a lot of almond milk. I do drink almond milk rather than regular milk. Beets, doing some beets in smoothies, just trying to mix it up a little bit here and there. Carrots, all kinds of things. You know, I in general know how to eat in order to lose a lot of weight really fast, to get prepared for an event. Yeah, I know how to do all that. What I don't know how to do, or what I'm not very good at, is how do I eat in order to make my body feel good, to function the best, to be the healthiest version of myself, because the body needs more nutrients than just protein. Like, that's a given. So I feel really convinced, and I'm sure this will come with a lot of disagreement. I am convinced that in the next 10, 20 years, people will be saying the same things about the protein, high protein, low carb, that people are now saying about a full fat-free diet. That, you know, actually it's not great to have a fat-free diet. Your body needs fat. Your body needs these things. And I'm pretty convinced that will be the similar conversation in regards to this high protein movement that you see everywhere. And don't get me wrong, high protein is great, but you know, too much protein is in fact a thing, as I've learned, and it doesn't help the body in the long run. High protein diets don't breed longevity. And I've noticed that even in the past week of just following a more plant-based diet, limiting protein to 50 grams a day, making sure that I'm not eating processed really much of anything, but really trying to stick to the basics, I have felt so much better. My mood has lifted. My thought processing is faster. I have a clearer brain, so clarity is so much better. It's just been really interesting, and it is true that you are what you eat. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this short. Roman is back home with the kids and everyone's hungry, and then there's a project that we have to get started on, so I'll show you that in the vlog. But what I wanted to say was just how, even if I don't lose weight, I mean, I hope I do, because I don't want to stay this size, because I don't feel my best at this size. That my biggest goal in all of this has just been feeling better and just doing better physically, just feeling better than I've been the last few months, and really even the past few years. So I already notice a difference in my mental health, my mental state. It feels really good. Doing things that I know are really good for myself and nourishing myself, and it's made a huge difference already in my mental clarity, and just being able to function better and more efficiently. So though right now I can't really think, because I hear all this stuff going on in the living room that I'm gonna have to tend to, but at the very minimum, if I can just feel better, then that's already success to me. I do need to go though. I just wanted to share all this with you guys. You're part of this journey with us, and I'm just really glad that I've been able to sit down and just talk to you guys for a little bit, because it's been a while. It's been a while. Life is very busy with 3 kids. Okay, I gotta go. Love you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.